Yo, 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 welcome back to another video. It's your boy Corey the Man. We back in here. Let's get right to it. Here we go.
Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts and Unwatts. I want to talk about the fact that WWE don't really have enough variety on the card at all. You know, there's guys who more than deserve a fair shake, an opportunity to just show something. The money in the bank, because I'm talking about this because of the fact that there's a couple guys that I feel like deserve to be on the Money in the Bank card and in the Money in the Bank match that is not. One person is Karrion Kross. I'm not gonna lie, I've never been the biggest fan of Karrion Kross, but at the same time, you can't argue with the fact that the fans are behind him. He made it to number one in merch sales, and regardless of how he got there, he still made it to number one in merch sales. The crowd clearly wants to see what he can do with the ball in that opportunity. The crowd clearly wants to see if he could bring something new to the table. He can talk. Great promo guy. I was never a big fan of his ring work, but hey, we're in the era now where, well, not really in the era, because this has been a thing for a very long time, where if you can talk, if your ring work is average at best, you can make it to the top. Now, I don't know what's going on with Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, because he's one of Triple H's guys. So the fact that he's not really getting any burn is kind of crazy to me, because they set him up perfectly when he first got back. It looked like he was going to be the next guy to feud with Roman Reigns for the world title, if the Universal title, if Drew lost. So I'm not really understanding what the hell is going on with him, but it's messed up that he didn't even really get an opportunity to at least compete. Even if he didn't win the briefcase, even if he would have at least been in the match, got the rub, that would have been cool. And I feel the same way about a guy like Finn Balor. Now, they can say, they say this all the time. Oh, he's in line for a big push. He's in line for a big push. And then he never gets the push. He just loses again. You know what I'm saying? Him taking the pin at WrestleMania to Dom, that made sense. That was like poetic justice, you know? But if this right here, this little slow build or slow turn from Finn Balor, if this don't turn into him winning a singles championship, then I don't know. I feel like he's at that point in his career where he understands that he's older and he's going to be relied upon to put younger talent over, and he's come to terms with it. But it's still not right. He's still talented. He's still better than a good chunk of the roster. You know, he's still in great shape. Don't even look like he's 41. It's kind of messed up because ever since that injury, he never really got a fair shake. He never got a fair shake. Everybody and a mom's been saying we want a Finn Balor push. We want Finn Balor to win a world title. Marketable, got the look. I don't know why. And he's one of Triple H's guys, or was one of Triple H's guys. But the game is a little different. No pun intended. The game is a little different when you playing it on easy mode, when you're the one that just have to call the shots and just put the pieces together. The game is a little different. It's always more room to mess up, and that's what Triple H is doing. Back in the day, all he had to do was blame the old man. Yo, I wish I could do more for you, but Vince, he don't want you in that position. He don't want you in that role. He feels like somebody else would be a better candidate to get the push. It was easier. It was easier, but it's also easier for him to make dumb decisions, and that's what he's been doing for the longest time. So, I mean, I can't really help people with that, but it's still not right. Austin Theory. Austin Theory's another one. Yo, you can't pipe out those crowd noises all the time. They was chanting Austin Theory during a match that he wasn't even in. We've been fiending for him to turn face for the longest time because Some people are natural heels, 100%. And don't get me wrong, he can play the heel role, but he's one of those rare cases where he's a natural born babyface. He has the look, he has the ring work, he could talk. I don't know what the hell they waiting on. They've been doing this little, we're teasing Austin Theory and Grayson Waller breaking up for a year. I've had enough. And I'm pretty sure that the people had enough. We want to see a Austin Theory push. And I know not everybody can go, but there's ways around all of this. Hell, if you guys don't have nothing for Austin Theory right now, send him to NXT, let him get hot, get a rep, and let him do NXT as a babyface. Let him win the North American Championship or something like that. Run NXT for a good 6 months, and then come back to the main roster. Everybody's like, oh shit, give him a United States or an Intercontinental Championship. Simple as that. If you don't got nothing for these guys, you don't got to keep them on the main roster collecting dust. But the thing about that is that these are 3-hour Raws. These are 3-hour SmackDowns. You mean to tell me you can't fit somebody on the card, but you just keep on copying and pasting and doing the same thing every week? The same thing every week. Every week I gotta see Jay Uso, 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. And don't get me wrong, I like Jay Uso. I rock with Jay Uso hard. I rock with Cody Rhodes. I rock with all these guys, but when y'all have them out here doing the same thing every week, and it's getting repetitive, and y'all do 3-hour shows, it's disrespectful to the viewer. You're spitting in the viewer's hand. But it is what it is. Now, that brings me to Carmelo Hayes, another one. Last night, he competed in a Money in the Bank contenders match to get into the Money in the Bank. And guess who took the pin between him, Jacob Fatu, and between him and Jacob Fatu? Carmelo Hayes. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that Andrade is in the match, but all of this stop and go beg the question. Like, what the hell is Triple H, Lee Fitting, and all these other dudes that write the script? What are they doing? They'll do like 1 to 2 things really good and then fuck up everything else. I'm at that point now where I'm ready to admit that if you're not a Samoan or a muscular Steiner son or something like that, you probably won't really get your just due. I can't even say if you're Irish, because look what he's doing to Finn Balor. Look what he's doing to Finn Balor. When we got a bunch of people, this goes
Sheamus?
back to what I said
I don't know
before.
why I say
If they want to push you, they will push you. Lyra Valkyria don't get no reactions when she come out. And they have her as the Intercontinental Champion facing Becky Lynch, who is another one that's overrated, but that's another story for another day. But let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy? Am I bugging for how I feel?
Nah, you ain't bugging. I can't stand Lyra. I can't stand Becky, but I like Becky more than I like Lyra. If y'all know what I mean. Yada I mean. We out of here.